back, everyone. My name is Patrick. You're watching the Oilers Rundown. Well, Jason Gregor of Sports 1440 and Oilers Nation put out a post this afternoon that made a lot of people in oil country very happy. We'd heard reports from insider Elliot Friedman, and I think a few other people reported it as well, that the Oilers were looking to move on from goalie coach Dustin Schwartz, and Jason Gregor further confirmed that today, saying that Dustin Schwartz's current contract expired on June 30th, so the Edmonton Oilers will be making a change there. A lot of people want to see a change between the pipes for the Edmonton Oilers, but according to the latest reports, both Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard will be staying with the team, at least for now. So the change comes in the goalie coach position, with Dustin Schwartz no longer being with the Edmonton Oilers, and Jason Gregor took a look at a few different possible replacements for Dustin Schwartz in an article this afternoon, and I will link to the article in the video description below. But let's take a look at the possible options that Jason Gregor searched out here. He starts with Stephen Waite, who won 2 cups with the Chicago Blackhawks. He spent many years working with Carey Price in Montreal. Another option was Mackenzie Skapski. He is currently the Flames AHL goalie coach, and he's a disciple of Benoit Allaire, and of course worked closely with Dustin Wolf, and we know Dustin Wolf has turned into one hell of a goaltender for the Calgary Flames. Sylvain Rodrigue, he was with the organization before, and of course the Oilers just let his son Olivier Rodrigue go as a free agent, so I have to think Sylvain Rodrigue is probably not going to come to the Edmonton Oilers, but you never know. He did work with Stuart Skinner in Bakersfield. He's currently in Florida. Jeff Saleko is the Oilers goalie scout. He has previous NHL experience as a goalie coach with Detroit, so he's another option as well. Pete Aubry, he's been in the NCAA the past few years, worked with Chicago's AHL team. And Marco Marciano is another name that Jason has heard coming up. He's highly touted and working in Laval with Montreal's AHL team. And Jason also names Dan Stewart, who is currently the St. Louis Blues AHL coach. He's worked his way up from the OHL to U Sport and spent 5 seasons in the American Hockey League. Another name that isn't mentioned by Jason Gregor in this article, that's been a hot topic name in oil country for the last few years, is goaltender Mike Smith. I think he is a strong possibility as well to come in as the goalie coach. The Oilers may look to somebody with more experience, as Jason notes in his article here, and maybe even a guy like Dwayne Rollison, who I think is available as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a former Edmonton Oilers goaltender, but I think Mike Smith and Dwayne Rollison are 2 strong names. Sean Burke is another great name. I think Jason mentioned him as well. He's currently working with the Vegas Golden Knights organization, but Sean Burke is a highly experienced goalie coach, and he's been developing goalies for a long time. Ian Clark with the Vancouver Canucks, I think they've kind of had a rough split there the last couple of years, so Ian Clark is another guy that could come into the Edmonton Oilers organization here. Jason mentions in his article that the Edmonton Oilers should do a full overhaul with the goalie department, have a full goalie development area, and I wholeheartedly agree there. As we know, goaltending has been an issue for this organization for a very long time, so having a department that's fully dedicated to developing goaltenders for this team, I think, would be a massive improvement for the organization overall. And one final note, guys, Dave McCarthy with NHL.com did an interview with Zack Heyman, and in that interview, Zack Heyman says he's hopeful that he will be ready for opening night for the Edmonton Oilers, and obviously went over his disappointment of not being able to play in the Stanley Cup Finals, felt really helpless. So sad story for Zack Heyman there, missing the Stanley Cup Finals. He definitely would have made a huge impact for the Edmonton Oilers. May have even swayed the series. You just never know. But great to hear that Zack Heyman thinks that he will be ready for opening night. So I think that's all I have for now, guys. But I don't know if we're going to get any of the coaching announcements this week. And sounded like the Oilers were still interviewing people. So that may be something that happens next week or the week after. But for right now, we know 100% for sure that Dustin Schwartz will be replaced, and there's some good options out there that the Edmonton Oilers are currently interviewing to replace him. So that's all I have for now, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the possible goalie coach candidates. What do you think about Zack Heyman? Do you think he'll be ready for game 1 of the regular season? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan.